If you are an AI or data science student aiming for high-impact fintech roles, this project gives you one of the strongest proofs of skill you can showcase. Fraud detection sits at the heart of digital finance, and every bank, payment app, and e-commerce platform depends on AI systems that stop attackers before they cause damage. This project helps you build a real-time model that analyzes transactions, behavior patterns, and contextual cues to identify suspicious activity instantly. It matters more than ever in 2025 to 2027 because digital payments are growing faster than security systems, and online fraud is evolving in complexity. Companies are investing billions in AI to stay ahead of these threats, which creates massive demand for engineers who understand fraud analytics. Real use cases include stopping unauthorized credit card payments, identifying fake insurance claims, detecting account takeover attempts, and flagging unusual transaction networks linked to money laundering. Recruiters value this because it shows you can work with high-risk data, understand financial behavior, and build systems that operate in real time. Fintech startups, banks, wallets, and exchanges all hire aggressively for these skills, making this project a strong placement advantage. This slide shows the skills that transform you from a student into someone who can build models trusted by fintech companies. You begin with anomaly detection, which teaches you how to identify rare events hidden inside highly imbalanced datasets, where fraud may be less than 1% of all transactions. You learn techniques like isolation forests, autoencoders, and statistical outlier detection, all essential for uncovering unusual patterns. You then add pattern recognition skills using models like XGBoost, Random Forest, and neural networks to understand transaction behavior over time. Real-time processing becomes important because production systems must respond within milliseconds, so you learn how to handle streaming data and design low-latency pipelines. On the technical side, you pick up Python, Pandas, TensorFlow or PyTorch, SQ, Kafka for streaming, Docker for deployment, and MLflow for managing models. You also build domain knowledge around financial transactions, regulatory rules, explainable AI, and how to balance fraud prevention with customer experience. Recruiters value this slide skills because it proves you can work on complex, high-stakes problems that require speed, precision, and strong engineering foundations. This roadmap guides you step by step through building a production-ready fraud detection pipeline. You start by collecting datasets from sources like Kaggle or ITEE and explore transaction fields such as amount, time, merchant, device information, and location. You then engineer meaningful features by capturing behavior over hours and days, analyzing movement patterns, and calculating velocity metrics that reveal unusual activity spikes. Handling imbalance becomes a key step, so you apply methods like SMOT, undersampling, or cost-sensitive learning to prevent your model from ignoring fraudulent cases. Next, you train strong baseline models using Random Forest or XGBoost and experiment with deep learning or anomaly detection algorithms for more complex scenarios. You test your models carefully using time-based validation to avoid data leakage and optimize for metrics that balance catching fraud with avoiding false alarms. Finally, you deploy the system with REST APIs, monitoring dashboards, alert mechanisms, and retraining pipelines to keep the model updated as fraud patterns evolve. Beginners can complete this in 6 to 8 weeks, while intermediates can finish in 3 to 5, making this a perfect portfolio project. This project opens doors to some of the highest demand roles in fintech and analytics, because fraud detection requires engineers who can handle sensitive data and deliver fast, accurate models. You can target roles such as fraud analytics engineer, risk data scientist, ML engineer for fintech, or anomaly detection specialist. These positions focus on analyzing financial patterns, building real-time scoring systems, improving fraud models, and understanding business impact. Recruiters expect you to understand imbalanced data, regulatory requirements, model interpretability, and production ML. They also look for strong feature engineering and the ability to design systems that minimize loss while keeping customer experience smooth. Your resume becomes stronger with keywords like fraud detection, anomaly detection, real-time ML, classification, XGBoost, and model deployment. Top hiring companies include Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Stripe, Razorpay, PhonePe, Cred, Experian, and all major banks. Freshers in India earn 8 to 16 lakhs, and professionals with 2 to 3 years reach 18 to 32 lakhs. US entry-level roles start around $90,000 to $140,000. Start building this today and put it on GitHub.